Hey guys, it's Jessica, and today you see a little bit of a mess behind me because we are going to reorganize my vanity drawers right here. We're gonna update what I'm keeping in there. So I've recently decluttered my collection. I can link all those videos below. I got rid of probably 80 to 90% of my entire collection. And the reason I did that was just to kind of push the reset button on my collection. My collection had grown so exponentially and it continued to grow like that because of all of the PR and free makeup I was getting from companies, which I am completely grateful for, but it had gotten to a point that it was overwhelming. It was not useful to me. I couldn't wade through the makeup fast enough to use them in videos before more shipments came in. It was a lot. So I did my full explanation. If any of that confuses you or you're like, wait, what? Watch the video I'll link below explaining why, because I really go into detail. So right now, all of my makeup is in this short little IKEA Alex drawer set, which I can link below, but I'm actually replacing it. Coming in the mail soon is a piece of furniture I bought that really is more furniture-like. Not that this isn't, but it's just different. It's like wooden, it's a little bit different in color, has a little bit more style. And I'm gonna use that to house my makeup collection. So eventually in the future, I will do a video on that, showing you my new updated makeup collection, how I'm storing it, all of that stuff. I know I love watching videos like that. I figure you guys would too. But today in this video, you'll get to see a lot of what my makeup collection kind of looks like right now in this interim period, because we're gonna dig through these drawers and pick out what I would like to be using and have at arm's reach in my vanity here. So I've done a lot of these videos before. Sometimes I call them vanity tours, sometimes I call them everyday makeup drawers. I can link my playlist of those below if you're curious about past ones I've done. But I guess just wanting to reiterate that what you're seeing today will change pretty soon. So you're kind of seeing, it's like it's like when a ride is closing at Disney and you're riding it for the last time. It's kind of like that. We're gonna look through this little guy for the last time before it looks very different. Okay, I'm being a little dramatic. So I'm gonna actually go brew a fresh cup of coffee because this is super cold and it's down to there and I certainly need a second cup, and then we're gonna attack this. So the first step here is that I need to take all of this makeup here from some recent videos and from getting ready today, and anything I'm wearing I'll link below. But we're gonna take all of that and put it back into the drawers, and I'm gonna empty these drawers out as well and put everything back where it goes. That way I can really start fresh when I'm picking out what foundation I want, what primer, etc. This is kind of a weird angle, but so I ended up actually decluttering as I went. There were a couple of products that were a little bit newer to me that I was like, I can get rid of them. Some of the MAC limited edition collection from their Ignite Wonder palette, or they had sent the whole collection a while ago, and obviously I'm keeping some of it, but the face palette just I don't use face palettes a lot, so I'd rather pass it on to someone else. And the lipsticks, I'm very picky about what MAC lipsticks I like. And then just some things that I don't love that I'm also getting rid of. Some of them may appear in a future like product regrets, products I didn't like kind of video. So that was nice. And then I have a couple things that I'm saving for future videos. So they don't need to be in my everyday makeup drawer. So everything else is organized back into this. I already have stains everywhere. You'll get to see a little bit closer here in a bit, but they are kind of messy. So just don't judge. So let's start here. So this is where I've got my primers, which have already grown a little bit since you saw the declutter a while ago, and kind of just some other face products. Some of the ones I've been reaching for the most in the past week or two, I've really been reaching for the MAC Strobe Cream a lot. I had recently looked it up on Paula's Choice Beautypedia, and they'd said that it's actually good for your skin too. So I was like, and it's kind of just a glowy primer. It's one they've had for probably decades, I don't know. I just really enjoy it. You can dupe it. I probably have a million dupes of this here in my collection, so you don't have to buy the MAC one, but I have been reaching for it a lot. So that one's gonna go in. I'll kind of start a pile right here. What else have I been reaching for a lot? Some of these are newer to me, so I'm still kind of playing with them. I really like the Milani Soft Focus Glow. I would say this Essence Fresh and Fit is awfully similar to the MAC Strobe Cream, as is the Milani Soft Focus Glow. I love both of those. I think that's all I'm gonna put in for now, primer-wise. I'm using up, I'm almost done finishing up this Drunk Elephant C Firma serum. I did a whole Drunk Elephant video on every single product in their range, I can link below. So that I'm gonna put in there because I'm constantly reaching for it. Almost out of my favorite face SPF. It's from Paula's Choice. It's their Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense, SPF of 30. So those three I'm gonna put in there. I use these all the time too, but I'm kind of giving my May Love a break to try to work through this Drunk Elephant one. And then over here in my powders, I'm constantly reaching for my Charlotte Tilbury powder, so that one's gonna go with me too. So continuing on, so this is like foundations, BB creams, concealers, and then like setting spray. So the one, no surprise, I reach for my Missha BB cream number 23 all the time. I use 21 and 23 interchangeably. Their shade range is terrible, but it is my favorite face product of all time, holy grail. I know you can get it like half off on Amazon. So instead of like 20 something dollars, it ends up being around 10 or 11 bucks on Amazon. So definitely moving that over there. And then honestly, I reach for my Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation all of the time. Oh, one thing I'm reaching for a lot is newer to me, this CoverGirl True Blend. I'm wearing it today. I fell in love with this concealer this week and it's just so good. So I used it today. I keep reaching for it. So that one's moving. Did you guys hear that CYO is freaking, the whole brand is being discontinued? Of course, I'm just now falling in love with their products and of course they're being discontinued. At least that's what I heard through the grapevine. Awful. I love a lot of these products. Obviously, they're still in my collection. I think that's the one I really want to be over there. And then I did get a new shade. I've been using LN4, but I now have LN3. I might move that over here too, because I love this foundation. This is one that I think is a dupe for this $120 La Mer foundation that I love, but I also love this one. It's got a giant doe foot applicator. And if you're curious of the difference shade-wise, this is LN3. I think they just added some lighter shades to their line if you were curious, and this is LN4. LN4 is just more neutral. LN3 is just a little bit more yellow toned. I think I'm gonna put LN4 and keep LN3. I guess I shouldn't have bought it, is really lesson learned. Ooh, okay, so side note, the collab concealer and the CoverGirl one are both so good. They are so similar, you guys, so similar. So if you can't get the collab one, get the CoverGirl. But they are very, I kind of want to put both in there. Maybe I will. I think I will. This Bobbi Brown one I consistently reach for. I feel like I should put in there for when I'm trying to get ready fast. Setting spray, honestly, I haven't reached for setting spray in the past few weeks, so I'm just gonna leave them be. If I need it, I'll just grab one. I'm trying to be a little bit pickier because since my collection's not that humongous right now, I mean, I know it's still too much. I'm trying to be pickier about what I keep over there so I don't feel like I'm wading through so much, because I usually grab too much, and the reality is, if I'm like, I don't really feel like wearing this strobe cream, I literally just have to reach over a little farther and get it out of here. So it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a commitment, I should say. All right, this is bronzer, blush, highlight, and then kind of random accoutrement to go with it. Again, the blush collection has grown so much because I have a bunch of new things that I'm trying out. So they're not necessarily always gonna be in my collection because if I don't like them, they will leave. Let's start with bronzer. The one, I mean, if I'm being honest with myself, it's a toss up between the Buriti bronzer and the Milk bronzer stick. I think I'll just put both. I love those. I'm really into bronzer right now more than like anything, and highlight and blush. Okay, never mind. I've been trying out the ColourPop blush sticks and I am enjoying them. They're not as easy to blend as like maybe the Milk stick is, but they're really nice. Honestly, I really am wanting to use this stick more often. It's from Onami. It's more expensive, but I've really been enjoying it and I wanna like just kind of wear it a little bit more and see. So I think I'm gonna move that one over there. It's in the shade Korea. It's a pink nude. And then, see, here's the problem. I have a couple new blushes that I bought very recently. This Cover FX one, but I just don't wear powder blush that often right now. So I'm not really, why can't I open this? There we go. So I don't necessarily want to put them in there at the moment. I'm not gonna get rid of them because I just bought them and I am excited to use them. And I've used all of them at least a couple times. But I just know that summertime, I'm just not going for powder very often. But continuing on with blush, I'm definitely putting my Flower Blush Balm in Pinched. It's still my favorite. I've recently been trying Bubbly and I like it, but it's super pink. So I'm just gonna bring Pinched over. It's just my favorite. It's almost gone. It's like 10 bucks at Ulta. This is this ColourPop blush stick. Oh, see, it's so pretty. It's their light sticks and this one's in the shade Earth, URF. Oh my gosh, URTH. It's really pretty and I haven't given it enough love yet, so I don't know how I feel about it. So that one's gonna go over. And then I think I'm gonna leave all, oh, I do wanna bring over, oh my gosh, my new favorite from that collab with Taylor, the J-Cat Pearl Luminizer. You guys told me it sold out, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm sure they'll restock it, but it's like $5.99. It's gonna last forever, and it is the prettiest. Let me see if I can swatch it without making a complete mess. It's a loose highlight, basically, but it's so like understated. It's probably not coming across. It's so beautiful. So aside from the fact that it's messy, it is gorgeous. So that one is going as well. All right, lip products here. So we've got lip, which is like balms, liners, and then gloss and lipstick. And then I have literally all my brow liner, mascara type products. And then all of my like single shadows, potted eyeshadows, eye primers, etc. So let's start with lips here. Let me wipe these swatches off. Some of these are newer to me, so I'm not sure how I feel about them, but this one I am enjoying, and it is new to me. The L'Oreal Colory Shine. This one's in the shade Sparkling Rose, and it's like exactly my kind of shade. So very comfortable to wear, really pretty and glossy. This one I've been enjoying from Milani. It's their Bold Matte Lipstick in I Am Happy. It's so pretty. Actually, it's the lipstick I was wearing in all of my declutter videos. So I'm gonna move that there as well. Gloss wise, I'm wearing Dose of Colors Messy Bun right now. Dose of Colors glosses are my favorite. But I love these Lancome ones. I think I'm gonna move this. This is a stain. It's not technically a gloss. These are the coolest things because they really do stay on your lips all day, but they stay moisturized. This is in 216. It's like a peach. And I just feel like for summer, that's really enjoyable to wear. Lip liner, I'm just gonna leave here for whenever I need it. I can just grab it. I do need at least one lip balm over there. I think it's gonna be the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm in Grapefruit. And then let's do like, oh my gosh. I have been loving using this MAC Pigment and Tan all over the lid and then blending it into the crease. It's so shimmery and glowy and pretty. I don't need anything else with it. I've done that a lot this summer, so that is gonna go. And like I've said a million times, you can totally get the smaller version. Oh, see, now I'm torn, because the L'Oreal Chromatic Bronze is a similar thing. It's just this shade is much lighter. Oh, this is newer to me. This Smashbox, I picked it out the other day at Ulta. It's their Photo Edit Eyeshadow Trio in Showmance. I love that this looks like a little like film, like it's a camera lens, but it's such a pretty grouping of colors. And I haven't gotten to really try it out a ton. I kind of want to move it over there, but look how pretty. I feel very nostalgic towards Smashbox Trios because when I was first getting into makeup, I like bought one little Smashbox Try It kit, and it had a little Smashbox Trio, and it was like purple and gold. And I used every shadow in that all the way to the end. So I feel very like lovey towards those Smashbox Trios. Other than that, oh, I do need an eye primer. I only kept two just to use them all the way through. The Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, I'll move over there. And then here, the mascara I'm wearing today and a lot of days is the Essence Volume Stylist. This is a new favorite of mine from the drugstore. It holds a curl, you guys, better than any mascara I have ever tried. It's incredible. So the only downside is that it is harder to get off at the end of the day, but I love it. It's like $5 at Ulta. Oh, but the CoverGirl Exhibitionist, I just tried this like 2 days ago. I'll put both because I just love both. I don't want them to dry out and not get used. The brow pencil I really want to be over there is my favorite, the LA Girl Shady Slim pencil. So that's gonna go. I actually use all of the time when I'm doing a thicker liner on top, my Revolution Renaissance Flick. And then I'll move my Hourglass 1.5mm liner over there as well, my favorite. So lastly is eyeshadows. So I have lashes here. I don't touch unless it's a special occasion, honestly. So they're just gonna sit there. Told you it's a little bit messy. What I really need to do, honestly, I've been really into single shadows lately, and I have all of these. Some of them are MAC, Carity, Makeup Geek, and just other random ones I've gotten over the years. So I have all of these. I don't know if you can still get these Z palettes anymore. I don't know if they were limited edition. I love the sparkle though. I'm never getting rid of these ever. They're so pretty. What I would like to do is get like a smaller palette, and I know there's so many brands that sell them, just to keep maybe like 6 of my favorites that I would use all the time. That is something I'm really thinking about doing, just utilizing what I have, but it's so overwhelming to have these sitting on my desk. I'm like, this is too much. So, but you guys know I've been loving my e.l.f. New Classics. I might give that a break. I just love all of these. It's so exciting to open this drawer and be like, oh my gosh, I love all of these palettes. This is what I'm kind of thinking about moving up there. I haven't used my Holy Grail in a while. This is like my favorite palette like ever, which is funny because I'm not super into warm shadows, but there's something about this collection that I don't usually use these over here, but everything else, I just love it. I think I'll move my Persona palette, my Identity palette. I'm gonna give it some love because I love this palette so much. And then down here, if you're just curious, these, it's a little bit messy. It's my like clean washcloths I use on top of my vanity that I just wash, you know, every few days. And then some sponges and just things like that. My daughter loves getting into this and playing with all of these. But yeah, these I'm just gonna leave because I already have the brushes I'm using currently up there. So the next step here is taking all this and organizing it into those drawers and seeing if I need any like separate organizers in there or anything like that. But I'm excited. Did you just see the curl from my head reach out, grab a product and pull it off? That was wild. My hair has a mind of its own. So let's organize this into my vanity. So, starting in this left drawer, I basically decided to do it face and then eyes and lips for the most part. So, I've got my face products in the order I would apply them. My vitamin C serum, my moisturizer, I ended up pulling this in. This is the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. I usually keep on my vanity, but I don't really have to. We'll see if I like it here, because I actually like the way it looks, as shallow as that sounds. My SPF, my primer, foundation or BB cream, powder, and then I've got my blushes and highlighters here. Well, actually those fit in there okay. And then that other highlight there. So that's all that's in there for now. That gives me a little bit of breathing room. Gosh, I could even put that there. That gives me a little bit of breathing room back there if I want to keep like a washcloth or makeup wipes or a headband. So perfect. I like having breathing room. In this right drawer here, I have all of my eye products and lip products, and then like concealer. So I've got my concealers, my eye primer. Oh, that's my bronzer. I wondered. Okay, so this other concealer, the bronzer needs to go back over here. There we go. I have a concealer in the RMS line that looks exactly the same. So then I've got a couple of eye products here, my lip products, and then my palette fits perfectly over there and I can still shut it. And then here I have my two mascaras, the liner, well, that liner too, and this. And you know what? Let me grab something. I wanted to grab my gel, like cream liner from MAC. It's called, the shade is Black Track. I love that, so I'm gonna bring that too. I use that today. And then if you were just curious, this cup they sell on Amazon, and there's like a million different cute phrases and patterns and stuff. And it's like, I think $12.99, so I can link it below. I actually hold whatever makeup sponge I'm using in here. It's a really heavy thing though, and the problem is there's no air holes. So a lot of times I just have to keep it open, which is fine. But I got it at Target. It's the Threshold brand. It's their marble bath canister. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of organization-y vanity tour. I know I love watching videos like this. If you are a YouTuber and you make these kinds of videos, please link yourself below. Can you put links in comments? I feel like you can. Why don't I know the answer to that? Because I genuinely, these are some of my favorite videos to watch, and they have been for years. So I'd love to watch them. I like adding them to my watch later playlist. And then when I'm like getting a bath or I'm cleaning or doing dishes, I love to have them on and just watch through all of them. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you'll subscribe to catch more of my beauty and lifestyle videos, and come chat with me on my social media. It's JamBeauty89 absolutely everywhere. I'm more often on Instagram and Twitter than anything, so you're more likely to be able to interact with me on there. But I love you all. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.